Hey, what's going on? It is Steph here from stephjking.com, coming to you from beautiful Brisbane, Australia. And today we are talking about easy ways to budget and save money. Welcome back. If you're new, hello, I'm Steph. Please go hit that subscribe button, tick the notification bell so you can get notified every time I upload a new awesome video. Today we are talking about easy ways to budget and save money. And first things first, you need to understand your current situation before we go looking at how we can actually save. So what I need you to do is get out a pen and paper or use your laptop, jump on Excel or Word, whatever is going to be easiest for you. And I want you to look back at your expenses and write them all out. So what I want you to do is write down everything that is like a bill or an expense for you, how much it costs you each, whether you want to do week, fortnightly or monthly. I do monthly. So write it out. So it could be rent or mortgage, insurances, childcare, education, whatever it may be, whatever is your current expenses in your life. I want you to list them out, how much it's costing you and when it actually comes out of your account. So what day or what date each month or each fortnight, whatever it is that you've got it set up for. And then what you can do is once you've actually listed them out, that's when you can really dive in deeper and look at ways that you can look at saving what you're currently spending. So my biggest tips are, one is your groceries. So look at what you're currently spending on groceries at the moment and see if there's any ways that you can possibly reduce what you're currently spending. So that might mean instead of going to your local grocery store where prices may be a little bit higher, you might want to start taking a couple of hours on a weekend, take a backpack or a couple of reusable bags and check out your local markets. There's so many markets that are around that you can source really good fruit, vegetables, and sometimes there's like butchers there. And then you might actually find that the money that you spend at the markets and going to the butchers is going to be a lot less than what you're spending at your local grocery store. So that's your first tip. Second one is looking at any subscriptions or memberships that you can cancel. So do you still have that gym membership that you haven't even stepped a foot in the door for the last few months or for the last year? Or do you currently enjoy a particular workout that your gym offers, but it's only like once a week? Is it something that you can actually do at home? There's so many free resources these days like YouTube. Jump on YouTube, check out a couple of cool channels that could be yoga, Pilates, HIIT training. There's so much that you can also do from home these days that don't involve having to go to a gym to lift weights. Obviously, if weights is what you love, then don't cancel your membership. These are only looking at things that you don't necessarily use or that you need. So do you really need every membership to every like paid TV, Netflix, Foxtel, whatever it is in your country? Like, do you need to have every single access to things that you don't necessarily need? So if you really want to start focusing on saving your money, then you need to look at what can you say goodbye to. Number 3 is, what about your insurances? So do you have car insurance or contents insurance? It could be health insurance, private health. So I have a number of insurances that what I do each year is I actually compare them to different providers. So I look at my current coverage, make sure that it's still right for me, but also shop around a little bit to identify if there's a better deal with someone else. Recently, I actually did this with my car and my contents insurance, and I literally halved my bill. And another tip for you is make sure you ask them that if you can pay in advance, so if you pay for a year premium on a particular insurance, ask them how much that is, because what you may find is if you're paying monthly, you'll actually, if you add up all your monthly cost for that insurance, it's actually more than if you paid for it in advance. I shopped around and found a really good deal, and I also paid for them for a year in advance. So that was going to save me more money. Tip here for you though, if you do that, you know that in 12 months time, you're going to have that bill that you need to pay again. So you need to make sure that you're budgeting for that and put money aside for it as well. Number 4, look at your big ticket items that are on your budget or your expenses, and look at what these are. These could be mortgage, rent, car expenses. You might have a loan, or you might have a really big vehicle that chews the fuel, so you're constantly filling up. And what you want to do is just look at these and go, is there a way that I can save money here? So for example, if you live in a 3-bedroom unit or a 3-bedroom house and you're only using one of those bedrooms, do you have the ability, or do you want to have the option of renting out a room in your house so that you can save a bit money on your rent or get some more money to help you pay the mortgage that's going to reduce your expenses? Or heck, if you want to go all the way in, then look at moving back in with some family members that where your rent is going to be reduced, or in some situations you may not actually have to pay rent anyway. Go your family if that's the case. Now with your vehicle, the question is, are you willing to downgrade your vehicle for another vehicle that's going to save you money in the long run? And to be honest, all these options here, it really comes down to your priorities and your focus. If you are really driven to save more money because you know that you're going to invest that money in for your future so that you can, quit your job or give better education to your kids, whatever your goals are, obviously there's probably going to be money involved in some of those goals. So it's how dedicated are you to that is really the question, because then that's going to determine how far you're going to go. So for me, I love having my own space. So I'm not willing to move people into my house or to live with other people apart from my partner, because I like my comfort. I want to be comfortable. I want to feel like I can do whatever I want whenever I want in my own home. So I personally am not willing to have someone else live in my home, but I am willing to downgrade my vehicle. So I drive a Jeep Wrangler, which is a V6 cylinder. So what that means is I'm paying higher insurance and more in fuel because I'm filling up more often. So I'm actually willing to sell that vehicle, get another vehicle at approximately the same value that this, my current Jeep is valued at. So then that way I'm not getting a new loan, and I'm then reducing my weekly expenses on, I don't owe anything on the vehicle, but you may owe something. So you may want to reduce your loan debt. So it could be reducing your repayments on the loan, but also looking at reducing the cost of your insurance and the cost of running that vehicle as well. I'm willing to do that. So like I said, it's really down to your priorities and what you're willing to sort of forego a little bit for you to be able to get this other goal over here that you want, which may entail being tighter on your budget and your expenses to have more in your savings and more to be able to invest in. Another tip for me would be look around your house and look for things that you don't use or don't need anymore and sell them. That's not only going to help by putting a little bit of extra cash in your hand, but it's also going to allow you to free up your space and remove the clutter from your home as well. So do you really need 2 TVs or 3 TVs? Do you need 3 iPads? So just looking at what you have in your house, like, do you have a GoPro or a drone that you never use? If not, sell it, get rid of it, get some cash in your pocket and get rid of the clutter around your home that's just sitting there for no reason. So those are my tips for you on easy ways to budget and save money. I hope you did get some value from them. If you did, let me know, comment below and just let me know which one was your favorite one or what do you plan on changing for your future. Now, once you do hone in on tightening up your budget and starting to save more money, you really need to start looking at how can you make that money work for you. Now, my preference is I invest money. And if you really want to have that freedom in your future and you want your money to actually be working for you instead of sitting in an account with an extremely low interest rate, I highly suggest that you also look into investing as well. Now, if you are interested, I will leave a link to a 4-part video series below. It pretty much explains the true secrets of wealth. I found it really, really helpful and has been a driving factor for how I've gotten really good at managing my money and being able to have a lot of money in my savings account as well. So go click that link, check it out, just see if it's for you. It's absolutely free. Go and enjoy it, and I will see you in the next video. Bye.